We're getting there. There we go. Now let's do this. Poof, magic. Good morning, everybody. All ready, set up? How's everybody doing? We have a good weekend. Yeah, good weekend, everybody. Let's do this too. Do that. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? All right. What do we got going on here? Brand new week. I'm excited this week. It's a pretty good week. Yeah, I think we're going to have a great week this week. Missed the market over the weekend. You know, I do too. I do too. I don't want trading 7 days a week. I really don't, but I do miss it. And yeah, I've got my desktop here where I trade, and then when the weekend comes, or even at night, sitting in front of the boob tube, I have a little table and I have my laptop open, looking at things. Yeah, I'm a stock market junkie, trading junkie. We probably have some AA type thing for that, maybe. Who knows? Okay, we do have a lot going on. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Today's date is February 9th, 2019. For those that don't know, my name is Rick. And I want to share with you that John, one of our team members here, has day trading open house today and tomorrow, 2 days. If you're interested, you do have to register for it. You'll find a link everywhere, all on our social media. I don't particularly have a link right now. I hope I couldn't paste it out too much here. But anyway, if you're interested in day trading at all, and if you're interested in day trading made simple, what John does is very simple and very straightforward. It really is. So if you're interested at all, just seeing, and day trading can be turned into swing trading. The system, if you go watch the system, it's pretty cool. It really is. Anyway, today and Tuesday, 9th and 10th, all day long. In fact, he may be talking over there right now. So if you're interested, check it out on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on X. You'll find all those links right there, and you can log right in. All righty. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to look at some charts, but I also think it's a good time to maybe share a little bit. Road to Wealth. I'm on track to double the account. I tripled it the first year. First year was starting February of 25 to January 26. So I'm on my second year now, and I want to double that. I'm a little bit behind. I mean, I'm on track, but I'm a tiny bit behind. Right now, you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty small right there. But dollar-wise, I'm a little bit behind. But everything's looking good. I'm not happy, or I'm happy, excuse me. I'm not happy I'm behind, but I'm happy. So, plenty good. I've got 210 days in my year. That's what I use for a year, is 210 days, trading days. When you take out the weekends and everything, and you take out the holidays, days I take off, things like that, then it's about 200 days. Tomorrow, the statement should come out, and we'll have the statement posted from Tasty Trade, so you'll be able to see the numbers. Full transparency, 100%. Real count, real money, real losses, real gains. So if you're interested, anybody interested to even just take a peek at what we do, 14 days, 14 days free, 10 and 14 free, no commitment at all. All right, let's take a look at the market here. Put that behind everything so I can see more. There we go. Okay, all right. Hey, yeah, Steve. Yeah, that's Trader View. Yeah, one word. Trader VUE, one word. it's just a secondary proof that I'm doing what I'm doing, and also I'm finding it pretty cool, to tell you the truth, to use it. Give me a couple days, and I'll have a link for you if you want. So good morning, everybody. All right, let's take a look at the market here. Hey, Friday. Friday was killer. Friday was super killer. We had a great day Friday. We would, the day that I take off, yeah, that would happen, wouldn't it? That's working pretty good. So the bulls are back in town. If we look at T2123, this is as of Friday. It bullish. Everything is working here. VIX is down. Life is good. The market is happy. Let's go get them. So if you're a forever bear, well, I'd be a little careful. There's still going to be charts that's selling off. There's no question about that. But I believe don't fight the market. Don't fight it at all. Follow the trend. That's the most important thing. So speaking of following the trend here, I think we have a perfect trend when you've got price above the T line above the trend indicator. And today, we're a little bit below there right now because we're coming up. But maybe today the T line will move over the trend indicator. Trend indicator is the dots, red and green dots. And then, as a bonus, we're over the 50 period moving average. That's a bonus. If all this was below the 50 period moving average, you can still have a bullish trading trend. That's what I use, bullish trading trend, but you can't use the 50 as a bonus. So I think all is good right here, to tell you the truth. Qs, they kind of, they're not really great. They're not. And, I don't anticipate them being great until we get a big turnaround in the mag stock. So Qs are going to be a ball and chain for a while. They're going to drag the market a little bit. And, it's the way the market is. Sometimes you have those, you have to deal with that. Diamonds are on fire, are on fire. They're fantastic. And they're rocking here. So very bullish, price above the T line above the trend indicator. Trading trend is looking great. Bonus, we're above the 50 period moving average. If we look at IWM, same thing. It's killing it too. IWM has been a monster. It really has. Going from these lows, look at that, all the way up, pullback and test, perfectly normal and expected. And then we rally up and we get a pullback and test. Yeah, we've got a beautiful trend there. For you line drawers, there you go, right there. Fantastic trend. So, get rid of that. And, transports, wow. They're speeding. They're going to get a ticket if they're not careful. Buckle up, man. Transports are rocking. Now, anytime we have a big move like that, I expect a pullback. I'm not looking for a major pullback. In fact, when I see a pullback that is setting up for possible buy, that is a bullish pullback. Here, where's my tools? And they're right here. Then we do that, and let's do white. So if we have a pullback, you know what? Probably should have done that in red, huh? So if we have a pullback like this, to me, that's a bullish pullback. We call that a PBO, pullback opportunity. It can certainly be shorted. Absolutely, it can be shorted. But I look at it as a bullish pullback. Someone the other day said they'd never heard of it. Yeah, maybe not. But that's fantastic. And if you look at IWM here, that's exactly what it's done. Here we rallied. There's your bullish pullback right here. Rally. There's your bullish pullback right there. So watch for those. Those are opportunities. PBO, pullback opportunity, is what that is. SMH. Try that again. SMH. There we go. SMH. They're even coming up, even though the Qs are down. SMH is trying to move up here. They did a great job off that 50 period moving average. Great move Friday, and it looks like we're holding pre-market here. So that's looking really good, really good. So overall, I truly believe this market is bullish, and we should trade that way. Trade with caution, of course. Trade with caution. Anything can happen very quick. Be careful. mind your rules. This is important. Mind your rules. Don't let losses get too big. That's my thing this year, and I will not let that happen. And I do have losses, so um, still able to double the account. All right, let's do what? Let's look at some trades here. I've got a few. Take a look at NVS. This was upgraded a little bit. They didn't give an upgrade price that I know of, but it was upgraded a little bit. So look at that trend there. And where's my little tool here? There we go. We'll make this white. You know, if you just look at this chart, look at the rally and the buy points in it. Rally, buy, buy points in it. Rally. You know, these are pullbacks. These are PBOs, pullback opportunities. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And maybe one right there. You know, maybe we're setting up for one. I don't know if I would chase this necessarily, but watch for that pullback in there. Beautiful chart. Again, it was upgraded. All right, let's take a look at, and some of these, you can find some of these on our Facebook page. You may have already looked at them. BHVN. I posted them there over the weekend. That was one of those things, sitting in front of the boob tube, posting a few things. So here's BHVN. I think this has some good opportunity. If you look at the weekly chart, it's got a ton of opportunity up there. Just an absolute ton. And, you know, we could come back up and challenge that weekly 50 period moving average. We put that right there. Go back to the daily, and there you go. Right here is the 50% retracement where I have it marked out. I think we've got a nice chart coming off that 50 SMA. We get through this 50% retracement, take on the 200, and then maybe we move up here to that weekly number right in there. And from where we are now, you know, all the way up there, and that's a 26% trade. So what happens is it makes this, we'll use this. It makes this area right here, that's your trade area. That's the area you're trading in. So it might run up, you might take profits, let it pull back, buy it again, take profit. But right there is your trade area. All right, another one I've got is QXO, there we go. QXO is setting up, nice little pull off the 50 period moving average. See how we rally and pull back? This is what bullish charts do. They rally and they pull back. They rally and they pull back. Got a nice trend going here. I think it's setting up. First target I'm going to look at is 24.30, and then up here at 25, 20, and then up here at 26. Okay, so we'll look at that. Bank of America. I was in Bank of America, closed it out, very close to that yellow line. That was our target area, very close to that yellow line. I'm waiting for a little pullback, and I'm looking to get back in Bank of America, look at that breakout. Take a look at the weekly chart, and it's rocking. And it's, you know, it's looking at breaking out, jumping up there, up into some blue sky. So Bank of America could be a $60 stock before going, or higher. ARM, take a look at ARM. ARM is sweet. I like ARM. So weekly, and ARM, there's your highs up here. I started my target zone 25, and here we've pulled back, starting to move up. We're over the 50 period moving average. We got, here's a little bit of a, this could be a bit of a speed bump, a little bit. Yeah, careful with the speed bump here. You've got the 200 period moving average, you've got the 500 period moving average, you've got a dollar boost here. So that could be a speed bump. That's all right. You know, we get up here, there's 9-10% of gain in that one. Let it shake out and then take on that 50% one. I mean, it's just got lots of upside when it's right. USAR, got my eyeballs on USAR. So we'll be watching that. I'd love to see that break out here a little bit and then target. There's that 50% retracement of where I have it marked out, and then maybe we get up here to the next one here, 60 maybe, and possibly. But I've got my eyes on it. CRWV is another one I've got my eyeballs on. That one had a great move Friday, and now we're holding. I guess it has earnings probably tonight, maybe. I don't see anything shaking anymore. So probably tonight. Watch that. I think there's good targets on it. All right, let's take a look at a few that you guys might have, and then if you can't fill time, I've got more. So let's look here. Oops, let me turn the music off. I'm sorry. God dang it. I'm sorry, everyone. There we go. All righty. Let's see. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, move your body to best. Sorry, I had that on. Long if volume falls. MET. Is that a ticker symbol, really? METIS. That's not a ticker symbol. Yeah, Vernon, or not Vernon. Yeah, Vernon, I don't think that is. Oh, there you go. I see what you're looking at. METU dot I don't think that. You're looking at Meta, right? I mean, you're looking at Meta overall, right? Yeah, I think you're looking at Meta, and then you're looking at you're looking at the single stock ETF as well. If somebody can post that, we'll look at it. I forgot what it is. Meta, I think, is looking fantastic here off the 50-period moving average. That means the single stock ETF will be too. It'll be looking good. METU, maybe. I'll go look. I'll try. But I think Meta's setting up perfectly here. Yeah, thank you. I think it's setting up perfectly here. So that looks like a buy coming in. I would like to see, a move over the dotted deuce here, but a buy. I'm sorry, a move over the trendicator, make those dots green. But right now, I think your risk reward is fantastic because stop. Nobody's going to love it below the 50-period moving average. So it makes a very clear stop. Of course, you can adjust it down a little bit if you want to go to those lows right there. But below the 50, no one's going to like it. So great area for a stop. Tons and tons and tons of possible to the upside here on Meta. And the METU, that single stock ETF, same thing. So the single stock ETF, for those that can't afford Meta, this is a great one to play. It's only $31 here versus whatever Meta was, which is triple digit. So, but a great one to play here. ZBIO. Coming off the bottom. I'm going to peek at that weekly once. Yeah. Coming off the bottom here. That's pretty nice. Yeah, that is real nice. So, we start moving up. We're going to, well, here, let me draw lines on this. So I'm going to draw my lines on this. So let's take this high right here and go down to that low. And there's the 50%. It's just kind of coincidence that it's at the 50-period moving average. I mean, that happens a lot, but yeah, that does happen a lot. So right now, that's what I would look at. My first target would be around 25, 35, and then up here at the 50% retracement or the 50-period moving average. You break out there, then we can worry about the rest of it. But right now, there's the playground, trading playground that I would use right there. And, that's sitting there at what, 30%. So nice chart. Very, very nice chart. Here, I think I'm going to write that one down, actually. What was that? ZBIO. ZBIO. Thank you. I can flag it. There you go. Hey, thanks a lot. All right. Hot stocks. All right. What do we have over here in the room? Netflix. Yeah. I'm long Netflix. So let me talk about Netflix. I'm long Netflix. I was long over here and I closed it out. I'm bottom picking is what I'm doing. And I want to hold Netflix a little longer than my normal hold. So I'm looking for the bottom. So when I get a chance to buy it, I buy it. If it doesn't work out, I close it. Very tight stop. We're just, nothing here at the moment says Netflix is going to take off. Nothing says that. In fact, if anything, Netflix is still in a downtrend. So any buying on Netflix right now is, you're a little risky, and I know that. I'm in it, and I know it, and that's okay. So it's a decision I've made. But um, you know what? Let's let it play out. We do need for it to get going. We need some spark. We need some energy. We need some boom. We need something in here to pop this thing to show that there's some interest in it, and then from there maybe it'll start moving up on Netflix. Okay. Excuse me. Um, let me scroll up here a minute. Ooh, whole bunch. Holy Toledo. All right, let me scroll. Let me scroll. Hold on here. MNST. MNST. There we go. So MNST is moving. That's a nice chart. Earnings on the 26th, so be cautious with that. We're setting up very nice. Man, that's a bullish chart. I like that. I've got it flagged right up here already. NST. That's a possible buy for me today. Very nice. I just don't think I don't think a person can go wrong when you're looking at a chart and you've got price above the T line above the trend indicator, and in this case, you've got everything in your favor. You've got the market working for you, you've got the chart working for you. You're above the cloud. I mean, dynamite. Just simple trade, and it looks fantastic. Thank you. I'm yeah. I mean, this could get 86, 88, even 90 up here. Nice round number is what I would look at. Yeah, that's exactly what I would look at. Yeah. AT&T. There we go. AT&T. So AT&T's had a big move up. Watch for the pullback and maybe the buy signal in here. But right now, I think it's still pulling back. It may need to rest a minute. That's been a heck of a run for AT&T. Wow. Watch for that rest. But overall, definitely one for the watch list, especially if you're looking longer term. And even to trade. Normally, it's a slow trader, but for longer term, yeah, keep an eye on that. Let's see. NXE, Bell. NXE. Take a look at that one. So NXE, I love this down here. One of the scans that I have that I've been scanning for lately is where we're trapped. So you've all heard of the 3/8 trap. The 3/8 trap is nothing more than trapping price between two moving averages. That's all it is. And that's what we have here. And what I'm using here to trap it is the trend indicator, the green dots, and the blue, which is the 50-period moving average. So we've got this trap right in here. Price is trapped. So this is by scanning, we can, if there's 6,000 stocks in the stock market, I can scan for this and it drills down to only a few. And then you can drill down, how spread out that might be. You can drill down to what kind of candlestick is in there, things like that. And it's a wonderful way to trade. So what we've got here, and it's certainly buyable in this area, or for me, what I really like is if we can move over the trend indicator here. That would be my thing right there. But again, it's very buyable here. Below the 50-period moving average, drop this thing like a bad habit because you don't want it. Don't let your losses get too lost. But that is a fantastic looking chart. I love that chart, actually, in XE. Thank you. Let's see, game. Yeah, we were looking at game last week and still looking. I guess, I don't think, maybe I was in it and I closed it out. I'm looking right now. I was in it. And I closed it out ahead of the weekend. Just didn't want any risk and anything like that, so I got rid of it. I'll look to buy that again. I still think we move up here to that 50% retracement, about 11%. I think game is setting up very, 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 very nice. Very nice. DFTX. Hey, again, I want to thank everybody for being here, okay? And remember that John has that open house today. So don't forget about that. Go in and visit, say hi, take a peek, and then, talk to him, ask him questions. But that's today and tomorrow, okay? All right, DFTX. I think it's setting up. I think it's setting up, but I also think that maybe um, um, yeah, it's setting up, and I'm a person. I do this. All right, this is something I do more times than not. Believe me, I wait for a good buy signal. Make that green. I wait for a good buy signal. That's what I like. Overall, the chart's pretty nice, but I'd sure like to see those buyers coming in. Um, we're this wick over here. I know we went higher, but I'm concerned about that. That wick, that's not looking so good. And then we come up here and put this high wick in here and move down. This is looking almost like a bear flag, but it can be turned around. But we need that. We need that kick in there. We need that spark. Um, so how's this? Over 1733 over that candle right there. That might be pretty good. A second. I need to move some things so I can see. There we go. There we go. I've got that now. XME. There we go. XME. That might be setting up right there. We've got a nice little bottom put in there. Look at those three candles. Morning star signal. We've got a nice doji this morning sitting above the T line and the trend indicator. So this thing's got potential here to move up. XME. Yeah, look at this. Here, let's get rid of all this. And actually, let's do another one. Let's do this. Let's take from this low, and we're going to go up to this high. Then we're going to take this little tail, the little piggy tail. We're going to put it right there. And then that's the target we want. And then the target's above, of course. But what that does is that gets us over half of this down move, which means the bulls have taken control of this chart. And it looks like they're taking control here, but that's where you get that 50%, over 50% vote that they've pulled it back up. And then next target's up here around 134 and then 138, some change up there. So XME, very nice chart. Let's see, OH, you're looking some ROIV. Whoops, that's not it. ROIV. There we go. So you've got a nice gap here. Gaps are simple. Don't overthink gaps. If we drop below 25.11, I wouldn't want to be in it. It's real simple. Gaps are not about trading the chart. Gaps are about trading the two candles that's here in this case. So that's it. That's the only chart you get to see right now, right here. And nice move Friday. That's what we have this morning. Anything below that low is suggesting that they're not interested in that gap anymore. So that's what I would look at. Okay. We already did. No, we didn't do Microsoft. We did not. Microsoft. So Microsoft, Microsoft is like Netflix to me. If you think this is the bottom, because there is absolutely nothing here, nothing in the world that suggests it's the bottom. I suspect that stochastics is oversold. I would bet that RSI is oversold. I would bet that on this chart. And that by itself, I don't think is a reason to buy. I think we need some price action in here. And right now, I just don't see anything. If we were to move up and close over 409.60, then I think, you know what? The bulls just might be stepping in there. But I would have to see that. Right now, we're clearly in a downtrend. And ultimately, I mean, that's maybe for an early entry for me over the T line there. And then if we can move over the trend indicator, remember the trend indicator will be a lower. Even if price moves up, that's going to move lower up here. But right now, from a price action standpoint, there's no reason to think it's ready to go. So actually, it's still in a downtrend. I don't know that if it's very oversold, which I'll bet $100 it is, then I don't think I would short it at that level. Not Microsoft. What do we have here? NXE long. I think we did that. Rovi, CIEN. CIEN. What do we have there? CIEN. There we go. Bullish chart. Yeah, bullish chart. Follow the trend. Buy the pullbacks. Sell the rips. Very, very simple. Right in here is your buy zone. So when I'm looking at a chart, let's do this. And because this is Sunny, right? Sunny, yeah. Because this is Sunny. Sunny and I have been talking about some things that he does. He does a lot of work, and members and non-members. If you're not going into the Discord account and seeing the work he's doing with setups, you'll see it. It's a white page. It's impressive. We were talking about that, and he did some things. He did one of these based on a chart that I put out there, and it was his entry and stop. Little tight for my comfort, little tight. But that's just me. Might work out perfect for you. But my buy zone on this is all that. All that area is a buy zone. You know, um, probably should have done it this way. Maybe there we go. All that's a buy zone. So which means that's probably a little high. There we go. So which means I could buy this right now at 276.37 and be happy. I could buy it up here at 285.50, be happy. I can buy it down here and be happy. I'm not it's not for me, it's not the entry that makes the difference. What makes the difference is what the chart does after you buy it. That's what makes the difference. So that's my buy zone, and then I want the chart to do that. Well, if the chart does that, what do I care about getting another penny in here or 2 pennies? So right in there is the buy zone. I like that. Nice chart. Thank you, Sonny. Appreciate it. Did we look at DFEN? That sounds familiar. Maybe not. Maybe we didn't. I love this chart. Yeah, maybe we didn't look at this chart. Yeah, I love this chart here. Rising 50 period moving average. Terrific pop to the upside. I mean, terrific. And now we have a pullback, just coming back to the 50. Not a shocker. I mean, that's pretty normal. Price action is looking good. We're over the trend indicator with price. Price just needs to move up a little bit, and the T line will be right above that. I love that chart. Yeah, Steve, I love that chart. Nice chart. Target, this high up here. That's what you're reaching for. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're reaching for. And then if you're looking for something higher, let's take this low here. We're going to go up here and then come down and bring that up. There's some higher targets up there. Once we get through that high, you're looking at, we'll call that 98, 101, 104. Yeah, super nice chart. PGY here. Big old bullish engulfing here. Let's see what that does. We're so close to the 50 and the 200. That makes me a little nervous. We're also really, really close to the cloud, if anybody matters, if it matters to anybody. So watch that. So the thing I want to do is, what can this chart do for me? What can it do for me? Is it worth a trade? Well, let's go take a look. Let's take this high and go down to the low, right? Now, this is a weekly chart. Here's the daily chart. So this is what this chart can do for me. So this is where I look at a chart that, is this a good chart? I think this is has potentially a fabulous chart. All right, potentially. So we've got a bullish engulf. We need to see what happens. Now, pre-market, all this is going to be is a move to the upside here. So these 3 days, you got kind of a morning star type signal. If we turn, yeah, nothing changes. Yeah, okay. 3 days, kind of morning star signal. So here we're moving up a little bit more. Watch that 50 period moving average. Might give you trouble. You're going to get a little trouble right in here. But overall, there's 19-20%, from here. So very tradable at this level. So I look at it and I think, man, look at this chart. Let's get over that 50% mark. And for that matter, let's get over that one. We get over that. Look at the potential upside to this. So PGY, this needs to be one on our watch list for a long time. I'm going to put that here, PGY, for a long time. And, if you're not interested through it here, by golly, maybe when we get up here and it has some room to really run. Nice chart. Thanks, Daryl. Let's see here. Hig, is that right? Good morning. And Mark, is it? I don't know. Are you looking at Mark? Is that what that is? Nope. You were saying good morning to Mark. All right, I think that's pretty good. It's time I get going anyway. Remember John's open house today. Okay, so everybody listening, go check it out. Do that for me. Go in there, say hi, and just say, hey, hi from you, and say hi from Rick. Okay, please do that. Also, remember, if anyone wants to join in and see what we do and see how 14 days, doubling our account, check it out. It's free. And if you get in the room, ask questions. Don't think that magic is going to happen. You need to ask questions. That's where the magic is. All right. Everybody, take care. We'll see you in the room, members. All right. Big heart to everybody. Take care.